Let's talk vintage Morgan dollars for a few minutes. But the best part about this conversation is going to be with silver where it's at, $50 an ounce, which means the premium for Silver Eagles being in that $69, $79 range. I can bring you a 140-year-old silver dollar, a vintage Morgan dollar, for the same price. Yeah, that's the topic. And we're going to open up the topic to actually a good variety. And on top of that, we're going to actually make it the only Southern Mint New Orleans flavor, the Big Easy. So the Morgan dollar was introduced after the Comstock lode is discovered, the largest silver find in American history. And that enabled us to get onto the silver-only side of U.S. coins. Up until 1857, Spanish, English, and American coins were legal tender in this country. We just didn't have enough silver. Now we have the silver. So we bring out the big guns. We bring out the silver dollar. The Morgan dollar is the largest silver dollar, the largest silver coin ever released by the U.S. Mint for circulation. And we love it. 1878 through 1904. And we loved it so much, we brought it back in 1921 while we were working on the peace dollar design. So 28 years in all. Over that time frame, you had Philadelphia and San Francisco, East and West Coast, making coins. They made them all. And then there was the New Orleans Mint, the only Southern Mint. We needed help, right? But at that time, you remember, we were in the middle of our westward expansion. We didn't have planes, and we didn't have trains across the country yet. We were getting close, but we weren't done yet. So transportation was the old-fashioned, give me a horse, give me an oxen, and let's pull this wagon, and/or get in a boat, go all the way around South America because the canal wasn't done yet. It was a journey. But New Orleans was never reopened after the Civil War until the Morgan dollar hit. And then they needed to put coins into the middle of this country. Because when they're traveling west, people needed currency, coin and paper, to actually interact and make this happen. So New Orleans is introduced in 1879, year two, and it lasts through 1904. It is officially closed today. The mint closed in 1909. Denver replaced it. That's why today we have Denver and Philadelphia for circulating coins, San Francisco making the special issues. Great story. Well, tonight it's your choice of three early issues. Again, the New Orleans Mint opened up in 1879 for the Morgan dollar. So we're talking about year 5, year 6, and year 7 in the program out of the 26 years that they were made. All of our coins are beautiful, uncirculated, as you can see on your screen. All of them are priced the same. They're at $69.95. So minutes into this conversation, let me swing back to with what I started with, which is, hey, Silver Eagles are $69.79 today. That's the brand new 2025. Or a 140-year-old New Orleans Mint, uncirculated, vintage Morgan dollar for the same price. Don't have to use rocket science to understand value here. This is one crazy opportunity. Now, my competition has circulated coins. The fine 12 to VF 20s at between $90 and $109. Circulated. Ours are uncirculated. They have the same uncirculated coins, and they raised their prices with silver going to $50 an ounce, right? They raised their prices from that $120 to $130 price point to $130 to $140 price point. Just pushed it up a little bit. And the answer is they are more expensive today. The silver value is more because silver is more. But we do it the other way. We're the collector network. We look for collector coins, and then we look at all the extra value we can add on top of it. This coin is a great coin, but uncirculated, night and day. For the same price, no questions. And tonight, an option of up to 3 different, you pick what you like at the same price, that just brings it home quickly. Good question. Thank you, Hunter. In 2021, the U.S. Mint did strike a New Orleans Mint Privy Mark Morgan again for for the 100th anniversary of the last coins, right? They made 175,000 of all 5 mints that struck the Morgan. So Philadelphia, San Francisco, New Orleans, Carson City, and Denver. Even though 2 of the mints were closed, Carson City and New Orleans, the Philadelphia mint struck a privy mint mark, an O, and or a CC. Today, that 2021 New Orleans minted coin, I sold out last week at $179.95. My competition is closer to $300. Or you can go back and get the originals in uncirculated condition with us tonight for only $69.95. Great opportunity. And the quality is as you see it. It's just beautiful. Above the D and the O and dollar, on the eagle side, the reverse, you'll see that O mint mark. That's the differentiation. S, San Francisco. P, Philadelphia. No mint mark. Carson City, CC. And then the 1921 D is Denver. Small mint mark, but it's a D. One of the other fun things I like to look at is just immersing in what was going on. Helps quantify, right? When the Silver Eagle was introduced in 1986, right? President Reagan was in his second term. President Gorbachev take down that wall, right? And the world was changing. 140 years ago, they finished the Brooklyn Bridge. Yes, 140 years ago. We just recently had a time zone thing, right? Spring forward, fall back. Well, time zones, the standard time, was introduced in 1883. And it was done to help trains travel across the country, because now we can. Because I leave in one and I leave in another, there's a time difference. So they created this. Remember Wild Bill, right? Wild William Cody. His first of the Wild shows was introduced. The Washington Monument was put up. Alaska is a territory? Yeah. The first skyscraper, 85, right? So just think about this. To where we are today, if it's 100 stories high, it's just a building, right? Back then, 10 stories was like, wow. Guys, give me a 30-second clock. Again, my competition right now between 130 and 140 for the same coins. Your choice. Tonight, your choice here for $69.95, which means you get 2 of ours for the price of 1 of theirs. Your choice. If you want an 83, you just want to own a New Orleans minted Morgan. Take your pick. They're just all 3 gorgeous looking coins. All uncirculated. But as always here, the V in AVC, America's Value Channel, stands for value. Vintage uncirculated Morgan dollars for only $69.95.